Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. As you know, just got back from a trip. I took a cruise with Viking to Norway. Absolutely fantastic. And then I spent some time in Scotland with my son and grandson. So I've been gone a while, and just along the way, discovered the beauty of travel, why I love it. And I wanted to share with you a couple of things today that I picked up along the way, and things I've learned, and then have a chat about a topic that may be of interest to all of you. But the first thing I wanted to share was my tea, because I accumulated two things on my trip. One was a mug that I'll show you in a second that I got in a very special place, and also tea. I don't know about you, but when I travel, I often choose one thing that I'm going to pick up along the way. It just helps with that kind of desire to shop. And if you've got a very simple thing in your mind that you want to purchase wherever you land, it just makes it a little easier. So for me, this time it was tea. I was going to pick up a tea bag or a box of tea whenever I came across something that was new. So first, the mug. Here's my mug. It's my rainbow mug. I love this mug. I stayed at a place in Scotland called the Rainbow Lodge, and everything in this little place was rainbow themed, and it was really fun. I was going to buy a little bit of everything, but in the local shop they had this beautiful mug, and I bought it. So it's now become my go-to mug for everything. And in terms of tea, well, everywhere I went, of course, there was tea, but when I got to Norway, I found, well, we were in a little town called Molde, and it was a small town. You could walk the whole high street in 2 minutes, and I just went down there. The ship had moored for the day, and we had a free time. And I walked down. I thought, I'm going to find a cafe that is different, because they had a lot of beautiful bakeries and cafes and lots of tourists. It was right on the water, of course, so very, very beautiful. But I kept walking, and I got to the very, very end of the street, and there was a little cafe that it kind of looked like a storefront, but inside I peeked in, and there were the most amazing tables and chairs, all mismatched. All the dishes were different, and I thought, this is it. This is the place I want to have a tea. So I walked in, and there were kids and families everywhere. It was obviously a local cafe. And I sat down on a big old table. There were a couple of other children at the table, and that's how they organized the cafe. It wasn't, two little seats here, one. It was just big tables. Everyone sat down and got to know each other. And fortunately in Norway, in fact, across most of Scandinavia, they do speak English. So I was able to chat with people and just had a cup of tea. But on the wall, there was a whole collection of tea boxes. And these were little teas that were all different flavors. I'm going to show you this one that I purchased. It's a tiny little box. But can you see the woman's face? It was like an old-fashioned 1950s, like good housekeeping woman, and they had all these funky little, like, ones with rollers in their hair, and ones with just, holding a frying pan, and just the traditional feminine image in the kitchen. Anyway, this one's got a little look, very, very seductive and cute. So anyway, I picked it up, and everything was in Norwegian, so I just took a chance, and on the side it said oolong tea. T-H-E. So I thought, oolong. I know oolong. I love oolong. So I will buy my little box. And it was just a sample. There were 4 little tea bags inside. And I tried one of them, and I liked it so much, I am down to my last tea bag. So I'm going to put it in my rainbow mug, and this is my tea for the day. I'm going to have my oolong tea in my rainbow mug. Now that took an awful long time to tell you about mugs and teas, but what was important about it was that I thought of you guys all the time. And I know that sounds kind of a little strange, but I did. I thought of, what would the community really like to see here? What tea can I share with them? And it reinforced for me how important this moment every day is. you know, when I get to talk to you and tell you what tea I'm drinking or coffee, and just know that you're out there. You know, it really, really made a difference for me. Being away for a while, you know, I kept up with talking to you, but it was really special to come home and, you know, look forward to sharing my tea with you. And I hope you feel treasured and important, because you are to me every single day of my life. I really mean that. But anyway, let's talk about something other than tea and mugs. I do hope that you're having a good day today, and that maybe you haven't got dressed yet. So this next topic might help you. It's really about, you know, body shapes. You know, when I met with Melanie Page, our stylist in Milan, the most important thing she talked about was shape, your body shape. Now, you can do whatever you like with colors and textures, but if you know what your body shape is, you can actually you know, you can dress to accent the good parts, and we all have good parts. So our blogger Stephen Hadley wrote an article on this, and you know, he really said that what we all believe, which is all shapes and sizes, it's what makes us special and unique, and it really doesn't matter. It's challenging for over 60s though, because they don't make the, you know, clothes in the sizes, and they think that we somehow want to you know, wear old-fashioned clothing, but we still want modern things that look good on our body shape. So he points out that, as you probably know this from your body shape class that you took years ago and maybe don't believe in, but there's 3 body shapes, basic ones. There's the apple, you know, which is the inverted triangle. Other way, there's the a pear, which is the, you know, the heavier on the bottom, and then there is the hourglass. There's a few variations on a theme there, but those are the basic ones. So, the apple. Are you an apple? And you know, by the way, I'm doing this talk with a little bit of tongue in cheek, so please don't think that I'm doing it as a command, like if you are bigger on the top than on the bottom, you are an apple. It's not like that at all. It's just for fun. But anyway, the apple. Wider shoulders and a larger bust with a smaller waistline, and you know, not such big hips. And this is a really easy shape to work with, because you can kind of work with the illusion of creating you know, space at the bottom by using different fabrics and textures, and tops that have a soft V-neck and get cinched at the waist. Those are really nice. Wrap blouses are really perfect for this woman that's got the larger bust and smaller bottom. I have a good friend, actually Maureen, she's more at this shape, and she wears those wrap tops so beautifully, and I think that that's you know, that's definitely a look to go for. A maxi or even a wrap dress looks really good, so you can wear those. You can not worry so much about movement on the bottom, because you've got that, you know, you can accent that. And if you're short though, don't wear skirts that are too long. If you're a short apple, then you know, be careful that you pay attention to the top. You can do those V-necks and wraps, but don't wear skirts that are too long, because that pulls you down. So that's the apple. Now there's me, the pear. This is the one that has the larger hips and the smaller bust. And the idea here that Stephen says is bring the boldness upward. Bring it up. And if you've got a bit of a waist, I actually do have a bit of a waist, but I do have large hips. You know, you do things to accent that. You know, not so much a cinched waist like you would with the apple perhaps, but you know, do something that brings that boldness up. So wear necklines like this one. I wore it just for you. Yeah, a neckline that's wide and open and accents your neck, because a lot of times we have a reasonable neck. You know, my neck hasn't changed since high school, right? So I can actually wear something that accentuates my neck, and or a V-neck that's wide at the neck. You know, wear something that's like that. That really works with someone who's got a smaller top and wants to put the focus up there instead of down at your hips. Select skirts and dresses that have a slimming effect. Now, I actually do have some dresses that are a little accentuated at the hip, but they are narrow at the bottom, and for some reason that works really well. It's an A-line skirt, but not such one of those circle skirts. It's not like a big old skirt on the bottom. It's an A-line that gently, you know, hugs the hips but doesn't over accentuate them. It just will hide that little bit below the waist. The whole thing is illusion. It's to get the eyes looking in the direction that you want them to go. Another thing I do, which I think Stephen talks about it too, is necklaces. And this is another story, by the way. I have a story for this necklace. I got it in London on the way to the boat. It's one of my pearl necklaces with a little rose. I don't even know what this is made out of, mother of pearl, I think. But anyway, use necklaces to bring the eyes up to the parts of your body that you want to accentuate. And you can wear maxi dresses, but I tend to wear midi, a dress that goes just below your knees. Don't really accent too much going on below the waist. That's if you're a pair. And then the colors, of course, you in both these situations, you've got the choice of whatever you love. Absolutely whatever you love. That's the overall rule for fashion anyway, at any age, but it's not until you get to be 60 that you finally figure out it really doesn't matter what colors or shape you wear. But if you're a little bit interested in making the good parts be accented, then that's an idea for the pear shape. The hourglass shape. Now, you think that the hourglass shape was perfect, the perfect hourglass. But a lot of women with this shape, when they get a little older, get that weight around their waist. So you kind of become a little boxy. Like you kind of don't, your waist isn't as slim as it might have been. You're pretty evenly balanced on the top and the bottom. But, it's just, it's where a tailored fit is important. This is the kind of body shape where getting a tailor to help you bring that outfit in at the waist a little bit, or just like put a light belt that sort of accentuates but doesn't make you look too straight. Also, Stephen advises that you don't drape too much this shape, because that will cover, too many layers will cover your curves. And this is a shape that has curves. You've got a bust, you've got hips, and so wear clothes that accentuate that, and just don't make you look like a box. That's the only thing. Deep V-necked fitted shirts, so fitted shirts, button-down blouses, those are really cool for this shape, and accessorize with wide or skinny belts. And of course, because Stephen lives in Bali and he's full of color on his mind, he suggests you wear bright, colorful belts or loose belts around your waist. So that's the hourglass figure. Are you recognizing any of these in yourself? I certainly do with the pear shape, but the hourglass is one you wouldn't think needed to think about it, but there's some things you can do to make it even better, make yourself look even better. And again, as I said at the beginning, you wear whatever you like. This is just for fun and to give you some tips in case you're interested. Okay. Perfect end to this is to say that no body is imperfect. Every body is just perfect the way it is, and you are perfect the way that you are. There's no perfect body shape or body style. You've had this body for all your life, and you know what you feel good in, what you feel confident in, and that's kind of what clothes for me are all about. Wear things that communicate your personality. They speak for you, they say who you are, and just maximize your attributes, because we all have something that we really love about our body. So, do you have an idea of what your body shape is? Do you dress for your body shape? And are you aware how to accent the parts of your body that you love? Leave your comments in the section below. Thanks again for being here, for listening, for joining in. Leave your comments in the section below and share and like and get to know each other a little bit. Maybe you can just share your own secrets and thank you again for being part of this amazing community that I'm so honored and proud to be part of. And I just hope that you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all back here again really soon. Take care. Bye-bye now.